All right, this is your market recap for July 30th, 2025. As you can see today, we had a nice rally here, and we were kind of just stuck in the whole range the whole day. So if we go down to the hourly time frame, we can see market opened again at 6, and we banged around here, right? And so going into market open, I had no bias, which means I had no trade, because we didn't go anywhere. It gave me nothing to work on. There was no higher time from SMT, no fair value gaps it was working with, nothing. So I didn't take anything. But as you can see, we opened. We had a bunch of wicks here, both buy side and sell side. This is FOMC. All right, FOMC drove us down below this low. And something I learned about FOMC that I'll explain on the lower time frame. And then from there, we heavily rallied all the way up to all-time highs. That's what these are. So, yeah, quite an interesting day. We opened, again, horizontal the entire time. So we continue to go horizontal for AM session. Lunch, rallies a little bit. Horizontal, start going horizontal for PM session as well. Then we get FOMC at 2, which starts things. And then we also had FOMC again at 2:30. There's two separate events, but 2:30 is the one that got us moving heavily down below this low. And then from there, again, we had the super high time frame SMT, but that's too high time frame for us to play anything off of, which I believe is what helped us rally all the way up to all-time highs. So we had this nice, we had this nice 15-minute fair value gap here between these two candles that we played off of during FOMC. So that's always nice. 5-minute, you can just see more, no direction. So obviously we don't have a direction to trade in. Big wicks everywhere. Take out lows, take out highs, retrace. Doesn't stay within any fair value gap, just kind of clustered here. There is that overlaying hourly time frame, which seems to have price clustered pretty well. We then rally for lunch, take out this high, go horizontal again. Same thing here. Nothing for 2 o'clock, but we end up doing after the fact. So 2 o'clock, what I learned is 2 o'clock is like a new market open, right? And so if we think of this right here as 9:30, and this is pre-market, right? What is this? This is accumulation. So we manipulate up and then distribute downwards. Now, what are the draws? I would have to say these relative equal lows. I mean, this up here is jagged. This up here is all jagged. And so we took out these clean highs before FOMC. So we drive up, get people going long, and then we rip it all the way down to take out these relative equal lows. And then from there, we take them out, obviously, and then last hour of trading sends us all the way back up, and then some. Ton of SMTs on the lower time frame. Another reason why we didn't trade. A lot of SMTs means a lot of discorrelation between the two, which means unprobable conditions. So again, no direction, right? I was looking for us to come take out these lows and then continue bullish, just because we're at all-time highs, and unless we see some crazy overarching bearish sign, we're going to be playing bullish. So we do that. We manipulate below these lows. No SMT here, so we couldn't have played that. We then distribute upwards above these relative equal highs here. SMT helps with that last little bit there. And the reason, yes, I could have taken this SMT or this SMT long, but the way my model works is I have to have an overarching higher time frame bias to help support my idea, because there is many times where we get an SMT on the lower time frame, which is my confirmation to enter, and it goes the complete opposite way. And the reason for that is because the overarching higher time frame bias and direction is not going in the same direction as it. So if I don't have an overall direction, I don't feel comfortable taking anything. Now that's just how I feel with my model. but if you got something else that works for you, go for it. We have an SMT again to help us take out these, no, not these highs over here. We then drag down, deep retrace, SMT of these lows drags us up again above these highs. Higher time frame, medium time frame, I'd actually say. SMT here, this would actually have been a decent trade, but unfortunately, I believe it's possible on the 15-second, change in the state of delivery would have happened, and there would have been some sort of fair value gap you could get, but on the 1 minute, it doesn't look like it. So SMT here in the macro playing short is good, but again, no overarching bias, especially at all-time highs, just based off of something as flimsy as what, maybe a 15-minute SMT maximum. I'm just not basing a trade off that. So we displace lower, staying within this hourly fair value gap once again. Higher time frame SMT here distributes us up. We go horizontal from there. Lunch ends, PM session starts. Horizontal, here we are, 2 o'clock. Continue this consolidation. We then rally upwards. Staying within a 1 hour inverse, which I found in hindsight from this, where we tip over from there. I don't believe these are SMTs. No, they're not SMTs, so this couldn't have been taken. However, what I did see was, no, it's cleaner on ES. Maybe 5-minute time frame. No, it's cleaner on ES. If we look high, low, higher high, breaks this low, which means this entire leg right here is a breaker that should keep price there. So if we play off this and then wait for a change in the state of delivery after the fact, right? So it's okay that it gets dragged up here a little bit, because if we're being picky on the 1 minute time frame, this is it. High, low, high, breaks this low. This is the breaker on the 1 minute, which does play out. But I'm just not comfortable enough to take anything with that. Now, from there, we just drag down to these lows down here. These relative equal lows were the draw. And from there, again, higher time frame SMT, lower time frame SMT. During the macro, this actually was a decent trade. Boom here, long. This would have stopped me out at break even if I entered here. But eventually, like the last 30 minutes of trading, we did rally all the way up above today's highs and then all-time highs at the end. So higher time frame, what do I think we're going to be doing? It's Wednesday. We have expanded. I do think that we are going to continue going upwards, right? We open the week here. It's Wednesday. So based off of that, I wouldn't like, usually when we return back to the opening around Wednesday. Well, no, because we never really left. So if we continue playing bullish on both ES and NQ, the only thing I have to say is ES has not taken out this high yet. So if between now and market open, it takes that high, retraces like it should, because we have this huge expansion here, it should retrace a little bit. Thursday and Friday, I will be looking, well, at least Thursday, I will be looking to play bullish. But again, we have to see what happens between now and then before we make any decisions on that. So yeah, this has been your market recap for July 30th, 2025.